Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in Constellation. And we're going to showcase why I love this ship so much, even though I never play it. And the reason I never play it, I'll showcase that as well. Takanashi Hoshino is our commander. We're running Palo de Revel and Colorado as our inspirations. Obviously, the normal here. Flammable Cannoneer, Dance with Death, Megalomania, Master Mechanic, and Fully Packed as our commander skills. Overall, we are running the Main Battery Mod 2. We are running the Steering Gears Mod 2. We're running Concealment System Mod. And we are running the Main Battery Mod 3 to get even faster reloads. The reason I don't run gyrating drill bits on Constellation is just because it's accurate enough. So I try to lean more into the reload on this thing, which is going to come in real handy during this match. But yeah, other than that, like, this match is going to showcase the epitome of everything that I hate about this game. But 17.6 second base reload in this build. So yeah, remember back in the day when I made that what was it, the Azure Lane Colorado build, where every third salvo I got like a sub 15 second reload. Now it's every salvo gets a 17 seconds or better. That's crazy, especially when you're considering that this thing has the 45 caliber guns of like the Sodaks and stuff. It's nuts, right? But the other thing you got to remember about this ship is it has torpedoes, 9.2 kilometer torpedoes. This is important because they sneak up on you. You don't realize they're there until it's too late, right? Even though you should. Armor. This is the downside of this ship. It doesn't really have any armor. It has a decent, okay armor belt, but again, it's so flat. This is the biggest issue with this ship, and why I don't play it really. The bow I can get around. The belt, you have to get real close in order to use this belt, right? And to put it into perspective, the bow is 27 millimeters, which is great, because that means the only people that overmatch you are 16-inch guns and above, which is understated a lot of the time. That means I can YOLO rush your little Tirpitz, your little Bismarck, anything that doesn't have 16-inch guns, your Jean Bart. I can YOLO rush you and you can't do anything about it, right? But anything with 16-inch guns and above shreds you, okay? Now, the other thing that you want to look at is we have a 32 millimeter side plating, which is significant because if you angle it well, you can absolutely ricochet pretty much everything that's not a Musashi. And then, of course, the rest of your armor on the side, let me get rid of that, your casemate armor is 57 millimeters. But again, it's all flat. There's like no angle there. You see how flat it is? See how flat that is? That's your problem. That's the same reason that the Kansas, same reason that the Minnesota, same reason that the Vermont take a lot of pins from just about everything, despite having relatively decent thickness of armor. It's flat. It catches rounds everywhere. But that being said, it also has a citadel that just screams to be yeeted. Okay? Now, at first glance, you're like, oh, it's below the waterline. But it's not. It sticks up above the waterline. Why is that important? Because if you get over-angled at all, you are getting citadeled in this thing. And if you're turning, God help you, you're making it even worse. So keep that in mind. Specifically, if you're turning towards the target you're trying to deal with one way or the other, or angle against. Anyway. I just wanted to throw that out there, and then we'll show you guys the stats, because some people care about that. I don't really care about stats, but 67% win rate over 75 games is pretty solid. That's above my average win rate in ships, so it kind of lends to the fact that this is a pretty good ship, and I think a lot of that goes back to the fact that this thing does have radar. It has a very good radar, a radar that most people underestimate. It is a 9.9 kilometer, 30-second radar. You remember the radar on the Des Moines that everybody said was too powerful? That's what this thing has. So keep that in mind. Anytime that you see a Constellation, you should be ready to get your butt kicked as a destroyer, okay? But now that we've said all that, it's time to get to the gameplay and showcase everything that I hate about this game. So, hope you're ready. Alrighty, so we're gonna be on Trap, and I cannot think of a more apt name for this match. What you guys are about to witness is what I describe as the one thing that I hate most about what this game has become. And yeah, so I know I'm overhyping this a little bit. Some of y'all will be like, "What do you mean, Spartan?" Well, it's straightforward and simple. You'll see. Just wait, just watch everything that happens, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So, anyway, we're in the Constellation. I don't play the ship a lot. I love the ship. I just don't play it a lot. It's kind of squishy for my play style. Though, that being said, it is fully capable of going off at any given moment if given the right set of circumstances. And a map like this, where a lot of the time people are kind of like hiding behind islands, and allows you to get close, this is kind of the perfect map for a Constellation. And we've shown many builds on the Constellation, but I think this is the penultimate build for the Constellation. Hoshino makes this thing ridiculous, just because you're just reloading so fast. And we're going to showcase that in this one, because we're going to have to reload fast, because this game is going to be over before you can really even process what's going on, because of the sheer goofiness. Now, first thing you're going to notice is we have a destroyer in front of us. That destroyer is a druid. What is special about a druid? Druid does not have torpedoes. It is a pure gunboat. That is his holy mother of... What are you doing? I hate it. Hate everything. Okay, well, can't go that way. Got to cut inside. So we get spotted. So, shocker. Our guy in front of us says he's going to put down a smoke screen, or is requesting a smoke screen. Yeah, Iowa gets spotted. He's broadside. I don't play the ship a lot, so I underlead here by quite a margin. So that first shot's on me. He's going to get away for the time being. Yugumo, however, is well within our radar distance. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to this. I take a shot at the destroyer here, and I know I have a gunboat here in a smoke screen, so I'm just going to go ahead and radar the guy. And our gunboat should be able to yeet this man faster than he can shake a leg. You notice a lack of anything going on right now? Yeah, he's not shooting his guns at all. Not once. Not once has he fired his guns. And we're going to go ahead and hit the Yugumo again, hitting him for a third of his health. And finally, the destroyer opens up his guns after losing all of his hit points. Finally decides to open fire on the enemy Yugumo. Z44 comes around the corner, and he's already launching his torpedoes. We're going to go ahead and reach out and touch him. Unfortunately, the Druid, after finally killing the enemy Yugumo, after taking far too long to do so, is going to get torpedoed. Yep. So in the entire lobby, we ended up with both of their enemy destroyers over here, and our destroyer gets himself yeeted immediately, despite having a radar while he could have sat in a smoke screen. Decides to YOLO in and die. You can't make this stuff up, right, folks? Now, we know Z44 is sitting in a smoke screen. We know we hit him a little bit. We've got just about 16,400 health, or 16,400 damage that we've done. We are full health, which, again, in Constellation, you don't got a lot of health. Okay, that's the big downside. Remember, this is a battle cruiser, but with Hoshino, you get a lot of heals, so kind of makes up for it. Iowa, textbook, bow in angled. We shoot high, go for superstructure, and just shred the man's superstructure. And this is why this ship is so nasty, because you may only have 8 guns, but you're going to hit a lot of those shells every time. And of course, first time he shoots at me, he knocks out my freaking turret. I hate it. I hate it all. Like, every time somebody shoots at me, they knock out my turret. I shoot back at him, shooting high again, only land 2 shells, getting a little bit of chip damage. Now, here's the problem. Iowa has 16-inch guns. He overmatches me, so I've got to try to bait him into using the belt. But the problem is, I have an island to my right, so I'm kind of limited in my maneuvers here. The other thing I want to do is be able to use my my torpedoes, and you can see he gets a nice shot through the bow side plating on us, but doesn't citadel us. That's good news for us. And as we close the distance, we want to guarantee that we're able to send this man to the Shadow Realm. We don't want to end up causing ourselves more harm. And then the Navaran is able to chunk us while we're shooting the Iowa here too, which is real unfortunate. But we're going to go ahead and try to go through the bow. Unfortunately, it was the rear guns that fired first for some unknown reason. And then Iowa, he just bullies us a little bit here. But we're able to take him down. and get our kill on the Iowa. Now, because of the turn that we're forced to make, the Navarin out there is broadside as crap. We're trying to double back here, use the island to protect us from the Navarin. At least give us some time to heal. Because we can heal, we just got to survive long enough to do it. And Navarin is getting really, really good chunks on us. We're lucky that the man hasn't just killed us, to be honest. We've been caught a broadside a couple times. But here's the thing. Look at this torp angle over the rear. This is the thing that people forget about. These are the very slow torpedoes, right? 9.2 kilometer, very slow American torpedoes. 55 knots is all they're doing. But when you're in a battleship and you're basically going quarter speed broadside, these guns are fully capable of sending you to the Shadow Realm, Navarin. You should probably put a little bit of respect on my name, is all I'm saying. And the man's is just going to get bullied here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. The team has completely folded, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed. The entire enemy team is dead. I'm just obliterating this guy. Our teammate has finally decided to come out from behind the island behind me as well. But it's a little too late for him, because by the time he gets anywhere near, we're going to send this Navarin straight to the Shadow Realm, and the game's going to be over, because they're going to run out of points. The torps are almost there. We've reloaded these freaking guns, what, 4 times now? And there we get a double citadel, and of course, now the torpedoes are on the way. We shatter his shells, he gets very little damage, and we get him with the torp in the game on points in, what was it, 7 minutes? 142,000 damage, top of the leaderboard. Constellation still as good as ever, but again, it's one of those ships that you kind of need a little bit of cover in order to really take full advantage of the ship. But Hoshino is absolutely made for Constellation. She's a great commander on her own, but for Constellation, she takes this ship to a whole other level. Because you got to think, not only do you get the extra heals and the ridiculous reload, but you also get fully packed, which means you get an extra radar. Pretty strong. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.